InShalla and Ashe. Blessings to you. Just making sure all my channels are connected. Welcome to Monday's Daily Snippet, July 19th, brought to you by none other than the realm of the moon, what we feel in our intuition, and to manifest in the physical realm. So let's talk about the elemental realm of the day first. So you can see it's this Yang Earth day with a Wu Daymaster. That's considered the heavenly stem with the dragon on the branch. So it's kind of at the end of days of the season of the moon, being in the season of Cancer, the astrological sign. But with all that earth energy, it's like our stomach and our spleen are actually kind of being overworked in a way. Our digestion, maybe clearing out the cosmic clutter of the belly. So I would definitely, if you're like me, bring in more greens. I actually made a comment that I'm going to start just doing my daily green smoothies. I generally do lemon water. It's really hot here in Salt Lake City, as it is everywhere in the world, right? But just greens in general are the element of nature, the wood energy, and also bring in more water. Obviously, we're in this crazy drought, so bringing in the rains from the heavens, maybe do a ritual to bring in those rains. And actually, bring it in, just ground it into this physical realm dimension. But the water is like the kidney and the bladder meridians, and filtering our emotions. It's our adrenal glands. Again, I would totally bring in the lemon water. Lemon resonates with nature energy, where salt actually resonates with water energy. Sit by a tree today or go by a river. Or if you're like me, just sit and stare at your pool. I do that quite often. And also the liver and the gallbladder are activated today. Emotions are like resentment and anger. That's wood energies, the not so kind aspects of that element. But, or the energies of those meridians that I kind of look into. But the element of wood will literally break up all that earth frequency, and the water will not only feed the wood energies, but also take energy away from the earth by giving it a job, setting up some boundaries to get the water energies into the flow. Be sure to subscribe to my Musing Moon meditation. It's my gift to you. It's for this full buck moon that's coming up. It's on the rise this weekend, so it's already ready to roll out the door. But people born in an Earth month or on an Earth day are literally always in transition. It's like this, I want to say it's like an 18-day period between each of the elementals. I'm talking about, wood, fire, earth, metal, water. You can see on that diagram. But Earth is always in transition. So by nature, these people are nurturers, or in their character, in their beingness. Usually they're nurses. However, having so much of this Earth energy, they truly need to move. Even the hour, there's all this earth. If there was a pig there, I would be worried instead of another goat in the hour. But like I said, I don't generally tune into the hour energies, but they do have, they do play a huge role in the four pillars. But earth rules our lymphatic system. And our lymphatic system is the only system in the body that doesn't move on its own. Like the heart pumps on its own, the breath of air in and out on its own. Our venous circulation, oxygenation, those things function on their own, but our lymphatic system we have to move to get it to work. So sitting around having a desk job, if you're an earth person, is actually not a good idea. Definitely get out in nature, get on a treadmill, do yoga, do whatever it is, but you definitely need exercise to get your lymphatic system moving, because what happens is when we don't get the lymph moving, it creates chaos and toxicity in our body that'll manifest on the skin through like acne or cysts, or it's toxicity in the body. It could be even eczema. That's kind of the body's inner alert signal that'll show up and manifest in different areas of the skin that have a whole different gamut going on as well. If you're curious about the elements, I have a video on my TonyaD.tv on the elemental skincare I use. And this is actually why I use it, to bring the energy body back into balance through actually the skin. because whatever you put on the skin actually absorbs into the body, yada, yada, yada. And shifting, our relationship with all these cosmic things. And our body always gives us those telltale signs of really, truly what's going on with the person, whether it's emotional, whether it's mental or causal or etheric or all of that stuff. But also, if we have too much of a negative energy, it actually creates chaos as well. So in the cosmic highway, our root center is awakened today, our root chakra. So exercising definitely would be a thing to do today. And if you're feeling anxiety or like feelings are bubbling up down into your core, definitely get moving. Even just taking a walk in nature will assist you in dissipating any of those not so great feelings you might have. It's truly a day to manifest in the physical realm, bringing down the intuitive side through our crown center, our spiritual gift center, into ourselves, our intuition, and just pay attention to what you intuitively feel and also what you sense, minus the ego state of awareness. So this is a day for our creativity to literally get into action. But before you take action, however, be mindful like a Buddha, or, just be mindful of your feelings, like give them sacred space and ask first if this is the path for me through your feelings, because our feelings might be a little bit sensitive today, giving them time and space, creating those infinite structured boundaries. Sometimes boundaries can't be seen, right? But there is a line that you can cross, an imaginary line in the sand, to set up your boundaries and give your own self time and space, because the moon is actually still at the end degrees of Scorpio. So really bringing in stones and herbs that heal our nervous system would be a great thing to do today as well. Like B12 is kind of what came into my mind, the nervous system. I do liquid B12 because I'm like hyper awareness active girl, but generally it's something that calms and stabilizes our emotional energetic field, diffusing and dissipating those inner tensions. So truly just letting go of all those narratives that we really have from a different timeline. So besides grounding into the root center, it's actually the seed sound of O, like road. It's long. So you can just chant that while you walk, or just sit out in nature, hug a tree, and just tune into the ooh in the road. Ooh, like if you were to say road, that's kind of what I'm going with here. You can also wear reds. I got my red on, ruby jewels, rubies in general, fire engine reds, red apples, cranberries, really absolutely any color of red that really brings passion and just lights you up like a fire, like woo, get you going. And you could also ground through our solar plexus with yellows, and also the spiritual crown center with purples or violet. Purple for me is usually more of the physical realm color, where violet is more of the spiritual kind of frequency when it comes to color therapy. I work with color a lot, but when we blend or merge our feelings with our intuition, you have to like kind of get in your skin and wait for that intuitive hit, or like that high frequency vibe feeling, a feeling like pure essence of love. And when you get that coming in through your beingness, and it can come through any energetic center, honestly, because they all have waves, but that's when we can act on the behalf of our heart. And just connecting with your heart, it's always better to use actually your left hand, and just breathe into that aspect, that space. What's cool about today is it's my soul harmonic actually is in this same state of awareness as today, based on when I was born. So I am always connecting to what I feel and what I intuitively see or sense before I really act on my thoughts in my state of awareness. Again, truly being mindful of your thoughts and keep your vibration, your frequency high. I would create more loving thoughts with freedom from the fear or the self-doubt or the worry or all that cosmic clutter crap. And literally just saying, left hand on your heart, just saying, I am connected to source, the oneness field, questioning the narrative, and listening to your spirit from your heart. And knowing that we are ultimately in control of our thoughts and our feelings. And if we let our own magical stargate literally guide us, just engaging in the positive algorithms of those thoughts, shifting the frequency, it assists us with our attitude around our thoughts, our feelings, even our actions. So just allowing both of our mind gate along with our spirit to calibrate to a higher octave, and just opening up to the conscious streams of literally the God field, the greater spirit, And then in both of these consciousnesses and the source itself, that source energy of the galactic frontier, we can start creating a life that we can exist where every need and desire is fulfilled. So you kind of have to ask yourself, what emotional field is the most important to take action with today? And what is the next action to take to bring in that authentic idea? So it's kind of transforming your day today in your day-to-day reality and being able to future things from a perspective of our higher self, basically. Today, the angelic beings that I want to muse about, honestly, sometimes I think this is my favorite part of my snippet, and then I get into the card I pulled and something else magical happens. So that's kind of what's happening today. But Ariel is the archangel. It's the Lioness of God. That's who's actually here today. Ariel is this angel of both the earth and the water. Kind of reminds me of, I can't think right now. It'll come. I'm thinking of a god, an astrology god, but this angel is committed in a fierce way to protecting our environment, the welfare of humanity and community. We need more community and unity there. So this archangel kind of gained the fame is the brat, the elemental brat in Shakespeare's The Tempest, which I've never seen, but I thought that was curious when I checked out this angel. And also the charming little water spirit in Disney's The Little Mermaid. So Ariel, how super cool is that? But like all of the archangels, Ariel is neither male or female, but they're more androgynous, which is something I noticed about all the beings in the other realm, at least the ones that I was with and go to when I was in my coma. So just being androgynous, Ariel assists with the environmental, assisting in our environment and a prosperity. So this is like truly like a nature and abundance kind of archangel. So having zero complaints about organic food that costs so much, because honestly, the frequency of the food actually shifts the frequency of our vibration. And myself, I've kind of gone down the rabbit hole when it comes to eating healthy. I used to drink smoothies every day, but I'm going to jump on that gateway again. Another cool thing about this angel, it assists us in reducing our carbon footprint on the earth plane and also in paying the bills. So this is very abundant kind of archangel, and we all need this for some area in our life needs more abundance, whether it's our love life, whether it's our home life, whatever it is, we need to feel that juicy abundance. And she also helped us with cleaning up our act. Our lifestyle, the neighborhood, the village, the pond, whatever your village looks like. And you can connect with this archangel to find causes that actually suit your inner drive, your interests, your passions, stuff like that, as a way really to ultimately increase the flow of the good things and just being grateful for what we do have in our magical life journey. This angel is actually magical and kind of a teacher with all of this magic, assisting in creating and developing skills to actually manifest. It's the good kinds of manifestations, because we can always go down the other side, right? And this angel also assists us with experiencing the world with more of that childlike wonder, the enchantment. It kind of reminds me of, Maleficent. I love that show, even though she's appearing like this dark fairy, but I think she's awesome. And she really does feel like a fairy in my garden, this archangel, this beingness. So her presence brings in this feeling of glee. That's when you can resonate and feel that this archangel is with you. She also works closely with Raphael in healing our environment and our animals. And this morning, I just found out that some unhuman person, shot one of my birds. So I'm kind of freaking out that this is the angel that came out today, because I totally need that in my essence-ness. But just speaking through our heart center with this kind of energy. And she also assists with our health and the health of our pets. So animals and environment, our own beingness. She's actually referred to in some things as the angel of nature. So a great angel I sure need today for this angelic being. And then we also have Sandalphon again today. Again, it means brother. So what's curious, he's actually a twin to Metatron. I actually had Metatron come in through and to me a couple months ago. It was pretty intense. They work really closely together. This one's said to have lived as the prophet Elijah, who ascended as an archangel through a chariot of fire. So being this angelic being, actually, of music and composers, music alone is a powerful way to shift and maintain our mood and our frequency. You know, as long as the music is actually resonating with our heart space, it doesn't have derogatory words in it. Music provides this protective shield around us, and even the space of our home or car, whatever it's playing in. Myself, I don't listen to anything in my car when I'm driving unless someone's with me. I truly love the sound of silence in nature. But did you also know, this I found was curious, that entities and ghosts cannot stay in a space where classical music is playing? Like I see like Beethoven, kind of stuff like that, frequency. So even if you're a musician and you're trying to get going, this archangel, Sandalphon, can guide your career as a musician. So totally call in this angelic being to not only develop your skills, you probably already have them, but guide you to the right lessons, the avenues of the professionals to really bring your song, your message out to the world. I just referred my good friend to TikTok because he's this amazing musician. He just started adding the violin. He reminds me of Prince. Big shout out to RMZ. But the angel Sandalphon is also the angel of prayer. And sometimes, even though all prayers are truly answered, sometimes, you know, the answer we get is different from the expectation that the outcome we were going for. And oftentimes we don't even notice, or sometimes we don't even like the answer. It's kind of like, yes, but not now. We have this hold on us, you know, the gratuity cord. But an answered prayer really requires both of our intuition and also our action in the physical to create in this reality. So if you have asked something and are really unsure of the answer, you can call in Sandalphon for clarification. And, you know, in truth, I would say we're actually always in a state of this conscious prayer state. We're just always offering off different vibrations, frequencies, and sounds. I think our bodies create their own sound magic on their own if we were to tune in. But you can work with Sandalphon and with music to manage your frequency and your vibration, those notes. And also what's also amazing is just, you know, when you're praying, just ensure that what you're offering through the prayer or the invocation is consistent with the direction of your highest and greatest good. So this angelic being has this light of brilliant turquoise. It's kind of, for me, I can sense it between my pineal, my third eye, and my throat chakra, that shade of turquoise between the two. There's a little bit of green in there, kind of a balance actually, but it's the pure turquoise, the effervescent kind of thing. And he's also been described as one of the tallest of the archangels. So you can maybe tune into that. My stuff always comes through my left eye. But he truly is the deliverer of messages to the greater spirit. So as often, I always say, watch out for what you wish for, because sometimes, you know, wishes can be dishes as well. But now I want to bring in the card of the day. And this comes from my Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle deck. And I like all the little swirlies you can see on there. And Earth, you know, Earth is the physical realm. It's even in the Dagara cosmology, the Earth is actually in the center of my cloth. But the earth element is, it's the one that really teaches us to honor and exist in the physical realm and how to live in a state of gratitude and grace and, also honoring transitions and cycles of seasons, and even the seasons of life, because earth really is the transitioner. It's too hard on our bodies to go from one season to the next. So the universe put earth in a transitionary phase. It's even in my Dagara cloth. It's just totally fascinating to me to tune into those things, the bridge, But also, if you're curious about elements and whatnot, you can check out my Nature Series podcast if you're interested. I have the link in the show notes for today. But the earth realm is also, it teaches us how to create an internal container, the flesh of our sacredness, and how to embody our entire beingness and heal any internal separations going on. That's kind of how I see the meridians flowing. When one's not flowing properly, they divert, and then that's when chaos starts bumping us. But this card that I pulled for today is abundance and fertility, which comes in a variety of forces as well. And you can see the mountains in the background. Even mountains carry different elemental values and frequencies. These look to me like they're dry, they're hard, maybe fire mineral kind of mountains in the background of this here card, which I actually didn't look at till just right now. But in recognizing that Mother Earth truly provides us with, we all have the capacity to produce and create an abundance of supplies for our everyday living world. But Mother Earth is really teaching us that we have the richness of the harvest through the seasons, along with the magical landscapes of abundance, that it's truly always available. And there's also fertility in different realms and timelines and dimensions and what that looks like. Sorry, you can't see my hand. I'm flipping it all over the place. But fertility can be ideas, awareness as we grow in our form and growth, even those abundant gifts that we ultimately should appreciate. I often find people are more tuned into somebody else's talent and gift than recognizing their own in their heart space. But just know that abundance is just often this form between our heart and our mind. So where we can see the fullness that's actually available in every moment in space-time of our life on this earth journey. So the Earth Mother herself teaches us how to create life-sustaining abilities in all aspects of our earth journey. And when we learn to truly replenish what we really have consumed, there's always abundance available to each and every one of us. So this kind of actually reminds me of the ant in the grasshopper story from my childhood. A question to ask yourself with this card for today is like, what does Mother Earth want to share with me today or you today about abundance and fertility? So, ultimately, like, I am safe, I am secure, I am protected, I am grateful, I am abundant, I am fluid, stuff like that. So with all of that, I for sure am grateful that you tuned in today. Make it a flourishing physical realm kind of manifesting day. InShalla and Ashe. Blessings to you and thanks for piping in.